evening, everyone, and welcome to the Mexican Grand Prix at PRF1. I am your commentator, Raratron89, and we are set for, once again, an absolute thriller of a Friday night spectacular bonanza here at PRF1. We are at Mexico, the Mexico Grand Prix at the Autodromo Llamas Rodriguez, it's Carlos Rodriguez, isn't it? Llamas Rodriguez. He's a footballer, James. Come on. Oh, God, I absolutely butchered that intro up. But yes, it's PRF1 time, and we are here at Mexico. Qualifying is about to begin, and we are joined by a lot more drivers than we had the other night. So, who is in? You may ask. Well, you can see the names on top of the corner there. Sorry, I'm just sorting out my Twitch details and everything, and then I can fully focus on what's going on. It's a short track here, about 1 minute 14, I'd say, the lap times here. Just going off the top of my head. There we go, I can see the chat. Oh, okay, so let's just get our bits up. We can see the full track, lap data, telemetry enabled, nah, not for qualifying, and tyres fitted. And the first car on a lap is Hunley in the Williams. So let's ride on board with him. There he is. Riding down towards turn 1 at heavy braking. And there we go. Powering up towards turn 3. Be the first man to set the first line lap of the day. McLaren of Ghost Rider gets out of the way. Come on, keep it in the lines. I know it's really difficult on this circuit, especially with strict corners. Look at that, he does that really well, does Hunley. Into the last sector now. The stadium section where all the fans are. It's like a baseball stadium, this, as we go through it. Probably one of the most unique features on the F1 calendar. And we are rolling around the final corner, and the first lap of the day is a 1:16.2 from Hunley. So there we go, we've got the McLaren round next, and then we've got a Ferrari of Will RDC, who's got Gumba just behind him. And he does a 17.0, so that's a gap of 0.8 of a second. So did Will get held up? ESGR Rafe is out of the session. Now I think that's a qualifying ban. I'm not so sure. Oh, is that Ghost about to set a lap time? No. Don't believe so. No, he invalidated. This and the next lap. That's not ideal. We've got another Mercedes coming around, but he's on an out lap. What about that McLaren? We've got two of them on a lap. Oh, it's another invalidation for PRF1 Demon. It cost him hugely last time out. What about TPA Group? He's included. So let's go around the final. We'll just keep it within the lines. The Williams powers down towards the line, and it is third place with a 2-minute free. So whatever happened there. Well, there we go, that's better. See more of the track now. Waiting for more and more cars to cross the line. The McLaren of Ghost Rider does a 19.7 master spread. Has he got a qualifying ban? Yes, he has, I believe. That's why Gumba there on the mediums. On the mediums in Q1, that's interesting. Gumba on the mediums in Q1, that is interesting. 20.1 for that man. We've got a Haskell coming around. Danny's dead! PRF1 Danny's binned it in second, the place where Vettel did it in 2015. Wow. Oh! And Demon! Whatever's going on there, guys, please be careful. Two cars have binned it. Demon is out of the session. Danny is out of the session. PRF1 Danny who won, who's just getting back to his winning ways after triumphing in PRF1 on Wednesday night in the Wednesday division. He's now all of a sudden found himself going to be right down the order. PRF1 Clem there at the minute fastest in Q1 with a 15.9. That's a 3/10 gap. We've got Frozen White in the Mercedes with a 16.2. Big D with a 16.7. TPA Group there 18.0. Ghost Rider 19.7 as these guys continue to pile around. Just getting a feel for the track, understanding the track. 124.0 there for Gazelle. He's probably doing the same. What do we see there? 116.4. We've got a Haas car coming around now of Mark V. He's beginning a lap. Arc there does a 19.3. We've got Aston Martin car of... Is it Big D coming around? No. Well, Big D's out of the session. He's binned it in the same place. What's going on with these guys? Don't they know how to drive? Let's have a look so you can see where they are. Oh, yeah. He's obviously caught too much curb somewhere. And into the wall he goes. I was going to say, Gumba, how many chances do you need to invalidate a lap? Gordon Bennett. Gazelle Roadkill there in 5th with a 16.9. Rapid Pajala. Oh, Ghost. Oh, he's another one gone in the same sector. Dearie me, they're all dropping out like flies. We're going to see where he's done it now. Let's have a look at this. Oh my God, he's on the middle of the track. Please be careful. Waiting for that Mercedes car to get clear. I mean, all these guys are through to the next round as long as they set a lap time. They're all... Big D's gone. Art Ghost is gone. Rafe, I believe, had a qualifying ban. I'm not quite sure. I didn't quite catch it. Danny is dead. Master Spread, again, I think he was another one with a qualifying ban. But Demon is dead. You don't often see this many people falling by the wayside in Quali 1. This is absolutely bizarre. Dearie, dearie me. No, I don't want to become famous. No, I don't want to become famous. And no, I don't want to become famous. Please go away. Bloody bots. Hunty! There we go. Hey, buddy, how you doing? I've got someone who's actually a person. Comment in the comments. Really can't believe that. Gazelle Roadkill, I think he's just retired from the session. A lot of these guys now, hopefully oh, he's invalidated. It's so easy to do through that section. So Hambo will just take it easy. Hambo, who sort of looked in control of the Italian Grand Prix on Wednesday in PRF1, only for the race to slip by his fingers once again, but this time in PRF1, and well, he crashed. He got caught up with an incident with Chucky in the Ferrari. Nice! First win on the wheel. Congratulations, man. Unfortunately, I'll never be on the wheel. There is a... No. Gumba. Rapid Pajala. Oh, he was nearly another victim. You can see the damage on the front wing. I'm pretty certain there's damage on that front wing. Something's missing on that front wing of that AlphaTauri. I'm sure. Oh, he just cut the final corner there ever so slightly. Don't be surprised to still see it in red. Okay, maybe not. But he's done a 17.6. These guys can now use this session as a test session. There's no need for them to push like crazy, because as long as they do a lap time, they are through. So the only one at the minute that needs to do a lap time is Hambo. He comes around the final corner. Oh, car's a bit squiggly. And he does a 15.7, 2 tenths quicker than what PRF1 Clem managed. Hambo through to the next session. All right, guys, get yourselves into the pits, retire, and let's crack on with Q2. And let's see how many more people will die. But no, that's not going to happen. Like I said, these guys are going to take this advantage now and just keep going round and round to get a feel for the circuit. It's Ghost Rider's retired in the pits. Yeah, Ghost Rider's and McLaren's in the pits. I was 6 tenths up and then made a mistake in the last sector. To be fair, because Mexico is such a short track, if you make a mistake, it costs you dearly around here. It really does. So let's have a look at the AlphaTauris. Rapid Pagelat is in the pits, so we want to jump on with Gumba, whose fastest lap at the minute is a 1:19.2. You imagine Gumba, who surprisingly won the... Oh, where were we last week? Was it last week? I can't remember, but either way, he improves and does a 17.7. Got the Haas car of the Dark... No, it's not the Dark Lord, it's Martin V. He's gone 6th with a 16.7. To be fair, I always lose 5 tenths in the mid... Even when I've not made a mistake, I always tend to lose about half a second in the stadium section anyway. But like I say, I'm on pad and I use assist, so it can be a bit difficult to try and get the car stable through that area. Is Gumba calling back to the pits? Let's have a look and wait for the sector time. Dark Lord starts a lap. I mean, he's through. Oh, Gumba again! Using all of the track available to him. He keeps it within the lines. Oh, he's pushing. Gumba's pushing. We're 6 tenths up. This could put him on a 17.1 and move him up to 8th place. Will RDC is retired from the session. He is in the pit, so he's safe. And he does go to 8th with a 17.1. Mark V moves up to 5th with a 16.2. Mark V looking very, very pacey around here. And still pushing as he's trying to get the toe off that AlphaTauri. Let's have a look at the Dark Lord and see how he's doing. Nice helmet there from the Dark Lord. Oh, no, that's Gumba. I think he's out of fuel. So it doesn't have to be the best lap there. Darky just improving, and he does improve by 1.6 seconds. Does an 18.4. Now, I'd imagine there's a lot more pace in that car. But he just wants to make sure he gets through to the next session. Already he's backed right off. Gumba 4.1 seconds down. He's out of fuel. Ah, oh, Mark V invalidated. That explains how Gumba's back in front of him. Will Mark come into the pits? Yep, indeed he does. TPA Groot, there he is. Starting a quick lap. He's currently done 18.0. Let's see how quickly he can go this time. Let's have a look. Sykes says, big up the Big D, Mandem. I would like to big up the Big D, but the problem is with the Big D is already dead. He is out of qualifying, I'm afraid. Him, Big D, PRF1 Demon, PRF1 Danny, not... Well, I don't know about Demon and Danny, because those two cars were next to each other when they crashed. I believe there were separate incidents. But I believe that all three were separate incidents, but in the same corner. So unfortunately, Big D is out of qualifying, guys. The TPA group at the minute is going round. He's on 4-lap-old softs. There's absolutely no point wasting tyres in this session. Just keep going round and build up your confidence for this track. That's all you need to do, really. Frozen White is retired. He's done. Mark V's done the same. So it's just the Dark Lord, Rapid Pajala, and TPA group that need to do the same. The Williams comes around the final corner. We're about to see an improvement on his lap time. We do. He improves by over 3.5 tenths, but it's not enough to move him. It moves him closer to Rapid Pajala. When I say closer, I mean by 0.03 of a second. That's the gap between those two. Now the question is TPA group going to keep pushing? Let's find out. Q-Ball, how can you be out of quali from a crash? Must be bad. Driving and they took each other out. No, Q-Ball. No. Obviously, around Mexico, right, you have the fast S's, don't you? You have the fast S's that can really unsettle the balance of the car if it's not right. Okay? Danny crashed first. Then, in exactly the same place, Demon crashed. And then Big D crashed. It was 3 separate incidents, but all in the same place. There we go. Now the question is, have they done that because there's rain for the race, maybe? Now that's an interesting shout. Was their car unsettled because they're running around with a wet setup? You don't know. It is! And unfortunately, I missed all of it! But there we go, qualifying 1 is over. Let's go through the order. You can see there's only 13 cars left. So Hambo does a 15.7. PRF1 Clem with a 15.9. Hunley with a 16.2. Frozen White with a 16.2. Mark V with a 16.2. Will RDC with 16.4, Gazelle Roadkill with a 16.9, SF1 Gumbo with a 17.1, Jimmy Jabs with a 17.2, Rapid Pajalar with a 17.6, TPA Group with a 17.6, the Dark Lord with a 118.4, and Ghost Rider with a 19.7. Now, Big D crashed and died. Art Ghost crashed and died. Rafe, I believe, had a qualifying ban. PRF1 Danny crashed and died. Master Spread, I believe, had a qualifying ban. And I didn't see who the other guy was that was underneath. So I could have read and embarrassed him. But instead, I'm not going to be able to do that because the game carried on. We've lost group. Alright, so we've got a Ferrari coming out already. Is it Will? No, it's PRF1 Clem. And he's on the soft tyres now. Is it the same soft tyres that he was on? Nope, they're glistening. You can see the sheen on the rear tyres as it goes down the straight. And they're all on soft tyres. And we did see Gumba on medium tyres in Q1 at one point. So again, this sort of tells me that there's going to be rain in the race. I believe there's rain in the race. Don't tell me, though, guys, in the chat, if you're racing and you're watching. Don't tell me, because I like the surprise. Oh, okay. Clem's helmet is very Senna-esque. I like what he's done there. That's very nice. Let's ride on board with Clem as we come around the final corner and begin the fast laps. Here we go, powering down the straight here in that Ferrari V6 Turbo, 1.5 litre. Roar down the main straight. Is it 1.5 or 1.6? Ooh, little iffy there under braking, using a bit too much curb, looked like it unsettled the car. Then powering down the next DRS straight, we want to brake as late as possible, just clip the apex, which he does, and the same thing again here, allow the car to run out wide, use the curb and just chuck the car into this corner and pray to God that it sticks. Now, through the perilous fast section, here we go. Looking nice. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful by PRF1 Clem. Big braking into the stadium section. And the first lap of Q2. Oh, there's a car round. I think it's Hunley. And a 1:16.0. Yeah, it was Hunley that went round. Like what you see, guys, do hit that follow button so you can see more content on the channel. SF1 Gumba does an 18.5 on these tyres. Those look like a scrub set if you ask me. We've got Jimmy Jabs there with 17.1. Let's go back to cinematics. We all love cinematic. Will RDC coming through the steady section. Oh! Almost does a Bottas. Very late braking. Ozers! Hello, mate. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in, buddy. The Dark Lord's gone! We have another fatality! Ghost Rider 17-0. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, guys. Every time there's a crash now, we just need you to join in with me. Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dust. Dun, 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 dun. Another one bites the dust. You remember Gladiators back in the day? I'm old. So we've got both. This is interesting. It is Gumba who's the lead AlphaTauri. Now, is he giving his teammate? It's an improvement by a second. Unfortunately, the other one invalidated. As did the Red Bull. What about the Aston Martin? Does Jimmy Jabs improve? He does. 17-0 improves by a 10.5. Sykes says lucky save. Don't know lucky save. Oh, who's on board with that did that? It was Will, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Will. Yeah. How's it going, bud? Yeah, it's going well, man. Just enjoying this. How are you from your race the other night, last night? Gazelle goes second with a 16.6. Oz's teammate in PRF1. Not PRF1, RRF1, sorry. And Hunley's gone fastest with 15.8. 2 tenths quicker than what Clem managed. We've got the Mercedes of Frozen White. He's still not managed to do a lap time yet. Has Jimmy Jabs got a car behind him? No, is that Gumba who's got another car behind him? No, who is it? It's Rapid. Rapid Pajala. Rapid Pajala. Does a 17.3. Mark was invalidated. Oh, look at these gaining. Are these two actually going, or is he letting him through? No, he's letting him through. Okay, is that Hambo? Hambo's done a 16.2. And they're pushing like crazy. Oh, Otis, to be fair, man, you've had such a good season. You've come into, what, the season sort of midpoint, okay? I don't know your experience on F1, okay? But from what I've seen, you're consistent, mate. You're there. We have good races. We have bad races. We brush ourselves off and we go to the next one. And pray to God we have a better one. I mean, I've seen enough of you in that division to know that you're a good racer, and RF1's great to have you. Oh, hello, there's a Red Bull. Hambo! He didn't die! RDC, beginning a lap. No, that's rapid in the pits. So we got a Haas car around next of Mark, who's invalidated again. There's a Red Bull up his backside though. I think it's the recovering Hambo. So we'll go all the way back round now to the McLaren of Ghost Rider. Look, these guys are doing multiple laps on these tyres. Surely the race is wet. That wall tasted bad. Don't worry, Dark Lord. We have a song. We have a song now every time someone crashes there. We'll just go dun dun dun. Another one bites the dust. Oh, that rear end looked very shaky there. Frozen White's coming into the pits as well. How is Will RDC doing? He's not invalidated. So about to see a lap time on the medium tyre. Using a bit too much curb there. You kind of don't want to hit that middle curb there because it sort of does unsettle the car. Dun dun. Will RDC does a 17.2, puts himself 8th at the minute. It's not safe by a long shot. Let's have a look and see how Jimmy Jabs is doing. He's about to begin a lap. What about Mark? He comes around the final corner. Mark moves up to 11th from a 17.8 on those mediums. Is there more in that car? Let's find out. Gumba on a fresh set of softs. He's going for another lap time. So the next one round is Will RDC. He's recovering to the pits because he's 8 seconds down. So we'll jump on board with Jimmy Jabs, who's 2.5 tenths up in the first sector. It'll keep him 6th at the minute, but it pulls him further away from the chasing pack. So through into the twisty-turny section. Into the section of death, we should call it. Ferrari gets well out of the way. Oh, that camera made it look like the Aston was going to go spinning then like a cork top. But Jimmy Jabs continues half a second up. That's enough to move him into 5th. Are we going to see improvement through this middle sector though? This is where time is won and lost. I think it's going to rain. Judging by what I'm seeing with people on their tyres, as Jimmy Jabs goes 3rd with a 16.1. He went 8 tenths quicker in the end. Mark's in the pits. I believe the race is wet. It just makes sense. Was that Gumba who's just gone 7th? Yes, it is. Gumba, a race winner. Either last week or the week before. 16.9. He's in 7th. He needs to try and get in another lap time if he can. Is that Hunley going again? Yes, it is. So, yeah, like I said, these guys are using up a lot of... Oh, dude, thank you. I mean, I would love to accept that 100 bits. I really would. But I'm not affiliated. But I appreciate the amount of bits people have given me. And because I'm not affiliated, it's like, I can't do anything with it. But seriously, man, I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see how Jimmy Jabs is doing. The ERS is quite low. Looks like he's still been pushing this lap. Has he done enough to get through? Let's have a look. No, he's into the pits. Ah! Boo! I saw what you did there. You cut the corner. Frozen White begins the lap. Let's have a look at Gumba. Gumba's improving again. And he moves up to 5th with a 16.3. Gumba, if you're going to go out again, you need to get yourself round very, very quickly. Is 16.3 good enough? I don't honestly know. I'll be brutally honest. But see how Hunley's doing? He's invalidated, so that's what a shame. I've never done. I mean, I've got the email and everything like that. It says like congratulations, been affiliated and everything like that. But I've never gone any further with it because there's this whole tax thing, and I'm sort of autistic and simple, and I don't really know what I'm doing. So you know, I need help with that sort. I need help with sort of that thing. Help / someone do it for me. So. There's that. Ooh, this is not looking good for Frozen White. 3.5 temps down. Saving his ERS. He's got half a battery to play with. So this is going to be all or nothing really for Frozen. Let's see what he does. I think Gumba's finally ran out of fuel. Let's see how Hunley's doing. 4 temps. Oh, this is looking good for Hunley. 4 temps up. My. Cars are starting to filter out. Will RDC is out now. Around 15.4. 4 temps quicker. Opens the gap to himself and Clem to 6 tenths of a second. But I feel like the race is going to be wet, so we got to sort of ignore the gaps that are forming here as Mark once again starts off on a lap. Gumba's retired from the session. He feels he's done enough. Rapid Pajala is out on an out lap. Then we have the Mercedes of Frozen White. He's invalidated! Oh, Frozen! That is absolutely a killer for you. You're in danger, mate. 16.4. Are you going to get through? You're going to be living by your wits' end, my friend. Are you pushing or are you crawling back to the pits? No, you're crawling back, so you've got a Haas car behind you of Mark. There he is. Let's see how he does. Yeah, exactly. Gazelle Roadkill is retired from the session, so he's had enough. I mean, I'd love to. I would love to be able to do that, but I don't know what to do. I honestly don't. So here we go. Ooh, very nice, very nice. And the lap time by Mark is a 16.1, moves him safely into the next session. Surely, Hunley into the pits. Let's see how Pajala's doing. He hasn't invalidated. That's no sector time, so I've got no idea how this is. He's got time to do another run, though, if he hasn't quite done it. So let's have a look. And he moves to 9th for 17.0. He's got to go again. If he's got any chance. Where's the Mercedes? Frozen White into the pits. What about the Will RDC? Round the corner he goes. He goes 3rd with a 16.0. So Will is surely through now to the next session. The flag has dropped. And I think they're safe. Everyone is safe. So Ghost Rider is out. Rapid is through to the next session. Slow down, man. You don't need to risk your car. Thank you for the bits, Rapid. But slow down, man. Slow down. Freeberg's from PRF1. That's Clem in a... Let's see. Gazelle in a Merc. Hambo's not in a Merc, though. Who's else in a Merc? Who's in a Merc? Because Gumba isn't, is he? Up the mighty Merc. Alright, so Q3 about to begin the pole position shootout as Will RDC's Ferrari continues to run round and round and round. Ah, is that who's in the Merc? Gumba and Hunley. Nice. Okay, well, Hunley's certainly put in, well, he looks comfortable at the minute, you would say. But of course, we know that qualifying in the race is completely different. In the race, you have a car that's fat full of fuel, that wears your tyres away. There we go. Out of this session goes Ghost Rider in the McLaren with 1:17.093. He was denied access to Q3 by by a 13,000th of a second. That is close. Then the Dark Lord crashed, unfortunately, and TPA Group didn't even bother to go out, unfortunately. So through to the next session goes Hunley, PRF1 Clem, Will RDC, Mark V, Jimmy Jabs, Hambo, Gumba, Frozen White, Gazelle Roadkill, and Rapid Pajala. Who is going to be on pole? Well, at the minute, you could say Hunley. But anything can happen in Formula 1, and it usually does. Nice. Shaggy's my teammate in RF1. Normally I'm in the parties and everything, but recently I found that not being in a party makes me perform better. So I sort of just sit and have a word with Whisper. Just doing what needs to be done to make Q3. Oh, everyone's out. So first one out looks like Gumba. It is. Gumba's the first car try. Guys, we have a race on here in qualifying. Free choice of tyres. Those softs were knackered. Well, you've done yourself a favour then, haven't you, Ghost? So, I mean, the softs do wear away very quickly around it. I think you get about 7 to 9 laps out of them at best. So once again, Mexico being one of those tracks that tyre wear is very high around here. I mean, it's one of the highest races, if not the high. I think it is actually the highest race on the calendar, with something like 1,300 feet above sea level. Oh, Gumba's letting a Ferrari through. So through goes Will RDC. No, it's not. It's PRF1 Clem. There we go. So once again, looks like we're going to be riding on board with Clem for the first lap of Q3. So here we go. Oh, that's a Haas car going slowly, so we're fine. Is he? Would you say he's giving the car behind a slight toe? I think he's just out of it, if I'm honest. There's the AlphaTauri. Everyone's going to give it full beans in this session, that's for sure. This is looking nice. Alright, so we now have the sector of death. Chucks it in. Rides the curve a bit. Stays away from that one. Touches that one. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame for Clem. He's going to have to go again. He doesn't need that. Especially if he doesn't have any more tyres to play with. Does he go into the pits? No, he goes again. So 17.5, but it's immediately beaten with a 15.8 from Hambo. So Hambo sets the precedence. Will RDC goes second with a 16.4. Hambo going very slowly. Hunley comes around the final corner. Hunley, 16.3. Mark goes fourth with a 16.5. Interesting. Let's have a look at Rapid. There he is, going through the final sector. Oh, you and me both, Ozers. You and me both. Clem! He's dead! Guys, join with me! Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dust. Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dust. Then another one dies, and another one dies. Clem's bit the dust. Oh, that's unfortunate. The pressure was on, having just invalidated that first run. He knew that he had the wear on the tyres, which meant he had to push even harder to get that lap time in there, because they drop off about half a second a lap, does the soft tyres. And Clem knows that, and that is unfortunate for him. Share the stream out, guys, if you want. Let's bring in more people to see the carnage that's about to unfold in this race, because I have a feeling there's going to be quite a bit. I believe that's Hambo recovering back. No, Hambo is going again. So there we go. Oh, look at that Rapid. Oh, he's gone very wide, though, into that stadium section. He was like 6.5 tenths up. I think this is going to... Oh, no! You could have finished the lap, dude! You could have done it to a 17.1. That would have moved you to 6th. Frozen White's dead! I swear they're doing this on purpose! Dun, dun, dun. And another one bites the dust. Dun, 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 dun. Frozen's bit the dust. He's bit the dust. He's bit the dust. Frozen's bit the dust. Hambo's just focused on getting back to the pits now. I've never seen this amount of crashes in a qualifying session in my commentating life. I've commentated on a fair few over the years. This is brilliant. Let's have a look at Gazelle Roadkill. He's on a lap at the minute. He's going through the sector of death. Yeah, it didn't look like the best of lines there from Gazelle. You heard the car back off. Hey, we'll get you to. Get me to what? Gazelle around the final corner. Where does he go? He goes 6th with a 17.1. The man who is very good on his tyres, and around a track like this could prove absolutely pivotal. No one else on. Ooh, I can hear the announcement. The guy there talking about Gerhard Berger. Didn't he win this in '92? Alright, now the problem here is Mark has got Will RDC up his jacksie. Will is getting an absolute toe and a half off that Haas car. Part of the song. Will looks quicker. And unfortunately, he's just going to have to lump it because, like I say, Mark's on a lap. Those guys are already separated by a tenth of a second. survive. Oh. No, I think that's just Hambo getting out of the way. Oh, look how late on the brakes Will is. Let's see how Mark does. Takes the tighter line. And he goes faster by 6 tenths of a sec. 15.857. So close to Hambo. But you'd imagine that Hambo has a lot more speed in his pocket. Hambo beginning his lap now, as does Jimmy Jabs. Coming round the track, we've got... is that Hunley? Yes, it is, but Hunley's invalidated, so he's going to have to go again. Or will he? Let's have a look. Yeah, he will. So, up goes the ERS. These two still fighting. Come on, guys. We're not even racing. The problem that Will's got is he's got the aero like coming off the car in front of it. It will very easily unsettle the car and throw you offline. Now will Mark V improve? Oh, Will. He does. Moves into third with a 16.1. Okay. Now, Gumba. He's coming for the stadium section. He's invalidated. He's in the pits. That's it for Gumba. What about Hambo? He's currently on a 15.8. He's invalidated. He's going to have to go again. What about Jimmy Jabs? He's gone fourth with a 16.305. Will he have enough time to go even faster? We'll soon find out. Gazelle is on an out lap with Hunley not that far behind, 12.6 seconds down. He's obviously made a mistake somewhere. He's got no fuel. Okay, so Hunley's coming back to the pits. That is Hunley done. Gumba's retired in the pits. So Gumba's done for the session. Rapid Pagelat's on an out lap. Surely Mark's done, right? Yeah, the light at the back of the car is constantly flashing. Right, so Hambo's done at 15.8, okay? Can he go any faster? No, he can't! He's invalidated! Ba-dum, ba-dum, bow. About Jimmy Jabs. Can he go any quicker? I think Hambo's done enough because Will, of course, is in the pits. Oh, my TV's going to turn off. Jimmy Jabs goes third. 16.0 improves by 2.5 tenths. And Will has left the session. That is not good. Oh, Hambo's going in for another one. About Gazelle. Gonna flag sector 2, sector 3. I think that is the recovering Hunley. Was Hunley actually on another lap? I didn't realise there was enough time for a lap. Gazelle does a 16.6, improves by over half a second. Hunley is out of fuel, I believe, and coming into the pits. Yeah, what about Rapid? He too is in the pits because he's invalidated. So Rapid is done for the session. So the only one now that can really do anything is Hambo, but he's already a tenth and a half down in the first sector, through the middle sector, and he's invalidated because, well, he's just given up. Jimmy Jabs is invalidated. Mark's still going around, he's invalidated. And I believe that is qualifying over. Oh no! 6 tenths, that would have had pole. That would have had pole as well. Oh no! That is unfortunate, Hunty. So there we go, guys. Qualifying's over. So this is where the 5-minute break happens. Do get yourself a drink and a refreshment. Have a toilet break because this is a longish race, and there is going to be, it's a short track, and there's going to be plenty of action in this PRF1 race. No, to be fair, Auntie, I get that. It, I mean, you get all the cars lining up behind you and everything like that. There's just no point. But with Hambo and the aggressive Will on the front row, it looks very tasty. That's for sure. Jimmy Jabster with a fantastic third place in his Aston Martin. We've got Mark V in fourth, then we've got Hunley fifth, Gazelle Roadkill sixth, Gumba 7th, Rapid Pajala in 8th, and then no times were set by Frozen White and PRF1 Clem because they bit the dust. Dun 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 dun. They all bit the dust. Well, this is what you expect from Hambo. Hambo does this week in, week out in RRF1, and it's not a surprise. It's just, obviously, in PRF1, over the last couple of weeks, Hambo has looked like he's had races in the bag, only for it to be taken away from him in the last second. Of course, the last time out, it was Gumba going around the outside of him in Austin. There we go. It was in America last week, and Gumba, on the final lap, went round the outside of a struggling, because of course there was the late safety car. For whatever reason, Hambo didn't pit for fresher tyres, and I knew it! Ha! And someone's already readied up. I don't know why. Ah, so Gerhard Berger won here in 1986. Nice. I'm learning something. Oh, no. Bloody lobby restart again. Ah. What was that Williams doing? They're all spinning! It spins! Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you F1 on ice! Cubo, he's basically saying that you're at a disadvantage really on pole position because you have the whole field lining up behind you on the rundown to turn 1. And to be fair, it's a very long rundown into turn 1. So it is just unfortunate. So obviously, I don't want to go to race director. We're going to quit. What we'll do whilst they're sorting out the lobby and everything is we'll go to a theatre mode. And guys, I will be basically, as soon as I've done here, I will be uploading to YouTube, hopefully last week's race as well. So where is the theatre? Is it showroom? No. Da, 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 da. There it is. Alright, so what have we got to show you? That was last week's race. That was Singapore. And that was Monza. Let's go here. If my game crashes, I apologise. This was the RRF1 race. Of course, you'll only see it from my angle, unfortunately. I'm in the McLaren, there with the red helmet. Yay! Forgive the jitters, don't know why it's done that. Lap 6. Battling with Noodle Neck. Oh, this was the point. This was the point where basically I sort of ended up in no man's land. Both me and Shaggy came together. I got pushed wide. I say I don't blame him or anything. It's just one of them things. Lap 15. This is me in 5th place. Nice slow. Oh, look at that! See Forrester behind. Did he lose it or go over the curb? Oh, he must have done. So that's what happened to him. He lost it under braking. Lap 16. Please show me please tell me they showed me the overtake on Rasia. I'm still behind him at the minute. Under the safety car. Under the safety car, the safety car. And this is where we're racing. I was just constantly having a look, trying to distract. Oh, that was Woodsy. Woodsy, who he's like my missus, trying to find his feet in out. Here we go. Yes! Finally! They get to show it. Paul's missed it. Thank you very much. Right on the outside. Molto bene. Now, of course, I had a 3-second time penalty, so I lose that 6th place and drop down to 7th. It is what it is. Alright, let's have a look now. There we go. We're ready. There we go, guys. That was the highlights reel of my league race in RF1 just a couple of days ago. It's really fun. I imagine they're still sorting the grid out, so just be patient with us, guys. If anyone is watching and they're waiting for me and they're racing, can you tell them to go so we can get this race underway? Because it's fucking wet. Haha! I really should take screenshots in future. Oh boy. Glad other people do it, because I only realized last week that you could take screenshots whilst you're streaming. So guys, Mexico's been back on the F1 calendar since 2015. It was won by Nico Rosberg. Basically, it was the race after Lewis Hamilton clinched the 2015 championship, and basically it began the sequence of victories that basically helped Rosberg get the confidence and the ability to win the next year's championship. I honestly believe that's what did it. Just having that confidence, because obviously Lewis switched off a little bit. Rosberg just was focused and determined and won the final 3 races of the season, and then won the first 4 races of the season after that. The year after, it was won by Hamilton. Sort of getting his revenge and everything like that, trying to keep the gap to Rosberg. And then we had 2017, I think that was won by Verstappen, as was 2018. Red Bull's showing that, you know, they're able to compete, and that the high altitude of the Mexican Grand Prix circuit works wonders with their car. In 2019, we saw Charles Leclerc lose out on a on a victory with Hamilton doing the one stop where I think Ferrari was on the two stop. Which was unfortunate. Of course, we didn't come here in 2020 due to COVID. And then we had the race in 2021, which Verstappen dominated because that was sort of expected, really. Come on, guys, ready up! Come on. It's a long race. Get on with it. I don't want people to tune. Damn it, I've lost 4 viewers, guys. Right, there we go. The host is ready up. Go, 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 go. And remember, guys, it was raining. We have rain in Mexico. So to be fair, it doesn't matter because there's no advantage to be had. Because it rained. It's raining. So the advantage that you'd normally get in a lobby restart has gone. The only difference is if it does dry up, you're all going to have fresh tyres. So good luck to everyone. Will has left the session. Someone's going to have to try and get him back in. Who keeps readying up, though? Seriously. It's 2 weeks in a row now. It's like one of the golden rules of league racing. And there we go. Rain! We have rain! And the problem is, like, since the update or whatever, the traction in the wet has been a lot more difficult than it has been. Like, the amount of times I have to, the way I have to feather the throttle now, because obviously I'm medium traction and everything, so it is a bit, the rear end is a bit loose coming off the start, and it's just, I lose a heat load. You're in about 4th gear by the time the car is sorted from a standing start. And you're just like, come on, come on, come on. And you've got other cars in front of you that obviously are used to it. They can go a lot better. Then you got others that are probably a little bit worse at the same time, and they could spin around like a bottle top. So this potentially could have a Spa 98 feel to it. I want to know what's going to happen. And we've got a big grid as well this week, guys. We've got about 18 drivers in with us. This is going to be a right off. The race is like ice now. Ah. Well, the rain is tricky, Ghost Rider. But as long as you've got your car pointing in the right direction, you should be fine. You've just got to be careful. There are certain corners on each track when it's wet where if you go through and you put the power down, you're going to spin. Like, if you're on controller especially, and you just automatically like press it down because you're coming out of the braking zone like you would not, you're coming out of the corner like you would normally, you're going to spin. It's all about figuring out which corners they are and just gently easing through it. I mean, obviously, the thing is, you don't want to be too slow on the straights as well. You could, like, run 11 wings and everything like that, it'd be absolute cannon fodder down the straight. So it's an interesting parody of wing setups that's going to go on here, because you need the speed. I want to see the giant rooster tails at the back of the car as well. Hey! Hail to the wheel! Do 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 do. This is unfortunate though for Will, because he ain't going to be able to get back into his car until until the lights are out. Now, what that means, I don't know. Potentially his car could get a better start than the ones around him, so he can just jump in his car straight away. You should be able to, Will. This should, like I said, there's an option for you. You can't do it during the formation lap. I believe you've got to wait until the 5 lights are gone. So guys, who's your predictions then on who's going to win this Grand Prix? Of course, it's completely different conditions than it was in qualifying. In qualifying, we had the glorious, blazing Mexican sunshine. In the Sunday, it's the dreaded rain that's come from the west. Oh, no he won't. No, he won't. That's going to be unfortunate. Because he left. Did he leave as we were going to the grid? Oh, it's unfortunate for Will. He's really at a disadvantage then. He's going to be snaking about all over the place. He's going to be mega quick down the main straight. But he's going to find it really hard. The only thing he can do is wait for a safety car and just put as much wing on as possible through the HUD. That's the only advice I can give him at this point. The lights are counting down and I've been sat here for a while because my TV's gone dark. Controller, you are not turning off. No, you're not. Nom, nom, nom. Don't want to see that. Yes, QPR1. Fantastic. Alright, so here we go. We have Will RDC's car getting away. Are we going to see anyone spin? Let's get all the information available that we need. It's full wet tyres here at Mexico. Oh no, Frozen White and Clem, what's going on? Oh, they're going to be on cold tyres. All right, guys, let's go for a quick recap of what happened in qualifying. Oh, look at that! That's Will. That's Will's car because he's not in it yet. Thankfully, I think everyone got through it. It was a little bit confusing, but there we go. So, Frozen White and Clem crashed out of Q3. They're now out of the formation lap. Ghost Rider crashed out. No, sorry, no he didn't. Ghost Rider failed to get in because he basically didn't want to use a set of softs. The Dark Lord didn't manage to get through. Big D crashed. Our Ghost crashed. Rafe had a qualifying ban. Danny crashed. Master Spread had a qualifying ban. PRF1 Demon crashed. That is the story of qualifying. Also, let's not forget, Hambo was on pole position. The race is about to begin. Why is there a Haas car behind the Red Bull? It should be Jimmy Jabs. Well, Gumba's on the naughty step, as is Gazelle Roadkill. full wet tyres as well, guys. You can see the blue wall around the outside of the tyre. That just shows you how wet it is here today. The Dark Lord has been put on the naughty step, as well as his Art Ghost. A very messy formation lap, that's for sure. As Mark weaves himself through. Oh God. Just remember, guys, there's 36 laps in this race. There's a long way to go. Take it as easy as you can, because there are positions to be had here. Oh, we've got fast guys coming through the field as well. So, the lights are getting ready to go. Here we go, 3, 4, 5, look, but don't stare, because the lights are out and away we go. The Dark Lord has jumped the start. Oh, there's an absolute pile-up. Rafe has crashed. Oh! Will's AI's collided with a load of cars. I'm not sure if that's Will. Oh, dear me. Ghost has crashed. Jimmy Jabs has crashed. Big D has just sat there. I'm not quite sure if he's got damage as well. Yes, he has. The safety car is out, and we knew that there'd be a bit of a mess up. I just did not realise that there'd be that much of a mess up. Everyone now remember that you've got deltas to deal with, and Danny, I don't think, has a front wing. No, he doesn't. PRF1 Danny has no front wing. So guys, you need to be careful. So you can't pass behind the safety car. Obviously, I'm not sure whether Will is in this. He didn't have a chance to load his setup, so it was always going to be difficult for him. Just take it nice and easy. There's no point passing. You can't pass, Lord. I don't know why you tried. Oh, you've touched on the safety car. I'm surprised no penalties got brought up there. I really am. That's a lot of penalties. Will all these guys who've got penalties come into the pits to serve their penalties? Rafe is gone. He's the first one eliminated. We've got both Aston Martins still trying to catch up with the pack. Let's see, does Gazelle pit? Yes, he does, because he's got no front wing. Mark's in the pit, because he has no front wing. Danny pits, because he has no front wing. The Dark Lord carries on. I would have pitted just to get rid of the 5-second penalties. Ghost Rider's in the pits. Will RDC's in the pits. Rapid Pajalar's in the pits. What an absolute cock-up. However, Clem, who started 10th, is now 4th. But thankfully there's a safety car, and thankfully that means we basically get a restart, a reset. Some would say that because they're starting on the wet tyres, that maybe the game should introduce safety car starts in wet conditions like this, purely for that reason. Like I say, it was sort of like Spa 98. If I was Master Spread and the Dark Lord, I would have pitted just to get rid of the 5-second penalties. How has Mark already got a 3-second time penalty? We're under safety car conditions! Why are you pushing? Just take it easy. You don't want to take life out of those tyres, do you? Gazelle's doing the right thing. He's just taking it nice and easy. You're all gradually catching up to the pack. Will RDC is doing the same, but is that actually Will? Will, if that's you, give us a wiggle. He's down in 13th after starting second. This is looking... Now, this has worked really well for Hunt as well. The man who said he was 6 temps up could have had pole, but ran out of fuel in Q3. Now he is up there. He's got only Hambo in front of him. But can he deal with Hambo in these conditions? Of course, different skill sets are involved now because the track is wetter. Some people just can't race on a wet track where others excel. Alright, so the field are now back together. This will be the final lap under the safety car. Remember guys, that when the safety car announces it's coming in, Hambo dictates the pace that we go at. It is up to each and every one of you to watch out for that car in front, to expect the car in front to all of a sudden slow down if need be because of being caught out by another car or whatever like that. You just need to be constantly aware and ready. But this is not where Jimmy Jabs needed to be. He had such a good qualifying session in P3 as well, and then of course you had Big D caught up in it as well. There's Hambo. So let's go through the order quickly before the safety car pits. Hambo still leads, but it's Hunley in second. Frozen White in third. He's got ahead of PRF1 Clem. In fact, no, he was already ahead. PRF1 Clem in fourth. Gumba in fifth. PRF1 Demon in sixth. Master Spread in seventh. Art Ghost in eighth. The Dark Lord in ninth. Gazelle Roadkill in 10th, Mark in 11th, Danny in 12th, Will in 13th, Rapid Pajala in 14th, Ghost Rider in 15th, Jimmy Jabs in 16th, Big D in 17th. Now the question is, when will Hambo bolt? He can bolt whenever he wants to. It's up to each and every one of you to be careful. And there he goes! And it's a good restart from Hunley. Let's have a look and see if anyone's been caught out. Gumba looks pretty close to Clem. Gumba's gaining. Is he going to be able to do anything into turn one? Let's find out. Gumba, Gazelle Roadkill's already ahead of the Dark Lord. Be careful, Danny there, still in 12th with Will 13th, Rapid 14th. Alright, okay, let's see where the gaps are now. This is where the race kicks in now. Gumba still all over the back of PRF1 Clem. He's just thinking about a move. He wants to be able to do it 100, knowing he's going to pull off the move 100%. Doesn't want to bash another car out of the way. Just all sort of follow the lead and stuff at the minute as Hambo already has a 1.4 second gap. Mark is up into 10th. Danny 11th. Where's the Dark Lord? He's down into 12th. Looks like he's really struggling. Clem. Frozen White and Clem dives down the inside. He makes the move stick. Where's Gumba? Let's find out. Oh, be careful, Gumba. He's got the McLaren right up his gearbox as well. You can see it right in the mirror. And there's Ghost Rider and Jimmy Jabs as well. Oh my God, there's action everywhere. Side by side, the McLaren tries to dive down the inside. Does he make it? He defends the position well, but the Aston Martin's still there. Rapid Pagelai's in the wall. Oh, he's crashed. Oh, Rapid, that's unfortunate. That's a track reset. I'm not sure if that's allowed. Frozen White's in the pits. Look at Gumba, he's up into fourth. But he's still got the McLaren all over him, and now Clem's racing away. Demon dives down the inside, but Gumba still has the inside line. He'll defend with that. Push Demon out wide just a little bit. See, Gumba gives him the space. Demon still tries to see if he can get round the outside. Now the Alpines are there as well. Tough racing, but fair. Where is Gumba going? You just saw the curb camera then. Gumba completely missed it. Danny, 3-second time penalty. So the penalties are starting to fly in now for track excursions. Oh, Danny! Oh my word, I thought he was careening straight into the back of that Merc then. Mark's fighting for all it's worth, but Danny forces his way through. Mark's still there. Oh, Mark's in the wall. And he's still there. He's not got damage. How did Mark survive that? I will never know. Right, what you want to do here, Mark, is sort of push him towards the apex of turn one. Defend your position as hard as you can. No, Danny backs out of it. Mark refuses to give up. Oh my word. Here comes Demon again. Side by side with Gumba. This time he's through, surely. Yep, and looks like it. Gumba just takes the racing line. Decides that Demon is just a bit too quick. And releases him. Now we've got Big D, Ghost Rider and Jimmy Jabs. Jimmy Jabs there, well off the track. Danny still behind Mark. Ghost now picks up a time penalty. There he is. Danny's so close, you can see that he wants to get past. And look at the rain! Look at that rain and how ferocious it is! Oh, Danny! Oh, got a bit of a squirt on there. Yellow flag, sector 3, not quite sure what's going on there. Demon sets the fastest lap of the race, 30.3. As Big D had a moment. But there's Will. Maybe it was Will RDC, I didn't quite see where he was. Oh look, we've got a battle between the two Alpines. We've got Ghost trying to go round the outside of Will. That's not really going to happen. He's going to chop across your nose every day of the week. And that's unfortunately put him back into the path of Jimmy Jabs. Can Jimmy Jabs do anything about that car now? Don't worry guys, I'm constantly looking and seeing where the gaps are, where the battles are. Fucking I need to rest my voice. I feel it straining. Oh. Danny at the back of that pack. Still, he can't get past Mark, but that's a lot better run there by Danny, and through he goes. Surely there's nothing Mark can do about that. And there isn't, and through goes PRF1 Danny into 9th place, and now he can go and set his sights on the Mercedes of Arc Ghost. Very tenacious that from Danny, but it had to be done. And look how quickly he's pulling away from Mark. Closest battle on track now is Gumba, Master Spread and Gazelle. Gumba still holding his own in a very good 5th place. There's a lot of ERS already being used though, that's the problem. Master Spread using it to constantly try and creep up to the gearbox of that Alpha Tauri. Oh, wait, no! I don't know what happened there, caught the end of it, but round goes Art Ghost. Why has he stayed still? Is he recording? Potentially. There's no damage, but Art Ghost now all the way down to 14th with PRF1 Danny. And you got the Alpines right behind each other now. Has Danny got any form of damage? Doesn't look like it. Alright, here comes Master Spread. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. Gumba's got so much more ERS to defend with. Was that the fastest lap? Demon with a 30.3. Safety car! We have a safety car, guys! So that once again is going to bring the pack right back together. Art Ghost is in the pits. And Clem has got a drive-through for speeding under the safety car. Oh, that's going to wreck his race. PRF1 Clem in a world of his own at the minute is now going to see all his hard work fall to absolutely nothing. Jimmy Jabs gets free. How do you get a penalty for speeding under the safety car? Honestly. Alright, so safety car comes out on lap 10. We only have one retirement so far, and that was on the first lap. With that monumental... Oh, Demon, you can't serve your penalty under the safety car. Surely you're just going for fresher tyres. You are doing. A lot of cars coming here for fresh wets. Now this definitely throws the penny in the air. I was looking at Demon then, it's Clem in second place in the Ferrari. I do apologise. That has the drive-through and he's in 10th. Oh, Ghost has done it as well. Ghost is another one. And they've caught the safety car. Now, oh, Ghost, what are you doing? Stop it. Yeah, Ghost rage quits. He's out of the race. I don't agree with that. I really don't. Oh, Master Spread spun under the safety car. Not quite sure what happened there, but he's dropped down a couple positions and he's lost the position to PRF1 Danny. That is absolutely crucial. We've seen that Danny and Master Spread have had battles in the past. I mean, the rain's still intensely falling, so I'd still say it's definitely wet tyres. Clem in the pits, there he is. You see, he can't serve his drive-through. He's done the smart thing though. Gumba, you needed to pit behind. You needed to pit. These guys, I mean, Hambo has the pace advantage, but Hunley's there in 4th now on fresh wets. Now, obviously, I'm not quite sure the difference in grip levels at this stage. I've never really done wet weather running to this intensity. But everyone's mulling about, trying to figure out what to do. Art Ghost clearly wasn't happy with the Danny incident and saw red. So we'll have another lap of the safety car. Not even halfway distance yet. Lap 12 out of 36. Well, lap 13 now out of 36. Should I say? So let's go through the orders then. Hambo leads. Has not pitted. Gumba second. Has not pitted. Gazelle Roadkill, third, has pitted, but on older wets. Hunley has pitted and on fresh wets. Will RDC on old wets. Same with Ghost Rider. PRF1 Demon on fresh tyres, as is Danny in 8th. Clem in 9th, but he's got a drive-through. Frozen White there on 6 lap old wets. What's going on there with Rapid? Now on fresh tyres we have Master Spread, Big D, Mark V, Jimmy Jabs, and then Rapid Pajular on 6 lap old wets. The Dark Lord on fresh tyres. I have no idea how this is going to play out, but the safety car is in this lap, and this really should work out quite well for the Dark Lord, because his tyres are going to be a lot warmer than everyone else's. Please don't slam into the back of the car in front. There we go. Hambo once again is the safety car. He dictates the pace that everyone goes at. Once again, it is up to everyone else to watch out for the car in front. Hambo's already gone, and Gumba's been caught sleeping. Gazelle Roadkill is there as well. Oh, Gazelle Roadkill's round and he's out! Gazelle is out! I don't know if he touched. He's out, and he's out of the race. At the final corner, guys, just be careful. Oh, that's unfortunate. Out goes Gazelle Roadkill. Will RDC's in 4th. How did that happen? Oh, the two McLarens are battling. Ghost Rider's gone wide, and through goes Danny as well. He's up into 6th. That's not what Demon would have wanted. Will RDC behind Hunley. Hunley up the gearbox of Gumba. Near enough. Master Spread. There in 8th. Has the Mercedes of Frozen still there? But of course, Master Spread is on the fresher tyres and has the extra grip. Good move that from Master Spread, and he can now carry on his charge. Danny in 6th, chasing down the McLaren of Demon. Oh, where's Demon going? He's gone off the track. He's got to let Danny through. And through he goes. Gazelle Roadkill leaves the session. He's out of the Grand Prix. Somehow, despite doing a drive-through, Clem is not that far behind this whole pack, you know. Let's have a look at Martin V, who is chasing down Frozen White. Tell you what, Gumba's holding his own, isn't he? Danny gaining on Will RDC. Will try and fight for every inch of track available. But Danny looks like he's already got a really good exit coming off there. Doesn't look like he's close enough to make a move though. There's Demon following in tow along with Ghost Rider and Master Spread. He's quickly closing in. Oh, but I don't know what happened to Will, but Danny's already through, and through goes Demon as well. Hunley's got a penalty. That could be really important. Oh, Gumba goes defensive. That's really good, but oh, Hunley's got the inside line. Is he into the stadium section? Gumba gives him plenty of room. Respectful racing between the two teammates as well in PRF1 for Mercedes. Oh, Hunley's so close to the wall. And now Hunley on those fresher tyres can go and go and go and see if he can close down Hambo with Gumba in tow. Let's have a look at Master Spread, who's pulling out a little bit, looking to see if there's a move on show here for on Ghost. Clearly not at this point. Use that ERS for traction, but to no avail. Master Spread looked like he was going to try something in the braking zone. Looks like he's got. Oh, it's that Master Spread going down the inside of the McLaren. I think he thought about it and then quickly backed out of it. 20 laps left of this race, guys, and there's still an awful lot that could happen. Out of this race is Gazelle Roadkill. Ghost with, yellow flag, sector 2. It's quickly gone away. Look at that, Danny in 4th now, right up the gearbox of Gumba, the Dark Lord. What about Rapid Pajala? What's happened to him? He's got wing damage. Rapid's got wing damage. That's unfortunate. Will RDC, what's going on? He's round. Oh, he's let a load of people through. I'm not quite sure. Don't forget, I don't think he's loaded his setup. So he's really struggling in these conditions. Master Spread there in 7th. He's alongside the McLaren of Ghost Rider. He pulls off the move into turn 1. Are we going to see Ghost appear alongside him? No, we are not. And Master Spread moves into 6th position. What about Danny though? He's still with Gumba. Oh, look at Danny. He's so good at getting the exits off the slow corners. And look at that. Despite there being 11 lap difference between Hambo and Hunley, the gap is sort of stabilizing. Oh, what's that? I think that's debris. I think that was just debris. It looked like a car. Bloody hell. Well, guys, we've had 17 laps of this race, and more of you crashed in the dry in qualifying in less time than you've done right now. So congratulations. Oh, Danny really on the power early there. You know, a bit of a tank slapper. Gumba's going to have to use everything that he's got to keep Danny behind. Ghost Rider's in the pits. Now let's see Danny in action. Gap 2.9 up front. Hunley just not closing quick enough. Now this is really crucial for Gumba. Just needs to watch out for Danny and his quick acceleration off these corners. This is where Danny's been pulling off all his overtakes. And Gumba knows that covers the apexes really well. There we go. You can see that they're just gently shredding through. The dirty air coming off that AlphaTauri, not helping the Red Bull. Oh, Danny gets a penalty. That could be huge. And Demon's still hanging on in there as well. It's a three-car battle now. Oh, hello. That's Jimmy Jabs. Jimmy Jabs going for the move on. Mark, is he through? Oh, they've touched. They've touched. Mark's off the track. Oh, Mark, what are you doing? That's unfortunate that for Jimmy Jabs. Mark should have really given up the position. Mark's in the pits. Gumba's in the pits. The fresh tyres on for Gumba. Clem sets the fastest lap of the race at 29.7. Mark's in the pits. And away he goes. Look at those tyres, aren't they nice? Frozen gets past Jimmy Jabs. Jimmy Jabs having a moment. Of course, Jimmy Jabs started third, was caught up in the first 100-metre melee. Coming off the grid. Oh, I thought he was going to spear straight into the back of the Mercedes. Oh, Mark! 10-second penalty for corner cutting. I think Mark's retired. Oh, Mark's a sprint. Hambo's in the pits. That's important. Where's Hambo going to end up now? Mark, get off the track. Jimmy Jab, oh, once again, Frozen being bashed out of the way, but I think Jimmy Jab's let him through. And Frozen lets him back through. Okay, after you. Oh no! What's happened? There's Hambo got wing damage. I know the two collided. Oh, he has! I don't know what was going on there between Jimmy Jabs and Frozen, but whatever they've done, they've collected Hambo, and Hambo has wing damage, and he would be absolutely furious. I don't know what was going on. They were just like playing silly bugs. They practically stopped after the second straight. Obviously, Hambo being on fresh tyres. You don't expect that sort of thing. You really don't. Gumba gets a penalty. Gumba's all over the place. Has Gumba got damage? Not quite sure. But Hambo's obviously going to have to pit. In the pits he comes. Gumba carries on. Hunley leads this Grand Prix. Well, that's... I mean, Jimmy Jabs, 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Jimmy Jabs has left the session. So Jimmy Jabs has rage quit. Very messy this Grand Prix, guys. It has to be said. The racing standards are always so much better. And it continues. With Will RDC smashing into the back of the Dark Lord. It's pandemonium here in Mexico. Done, done, done. Another one bites the dust. Oh, I just don't know what's going on. I really don't. So higgledy-piggledy. Where the hell's that Will? Oh yeah, Will's got no front wing, has he? Will, what are you doing? How's he not got any penalties for that? That's what I'd like to know. It really was, Sykes. It really was. But this whole thing is stemmed from Frozen and Jimmy Jabs playing silly buggers. Mark has left the session after being disqualified. He gave up a long time ago. Hambo moves up into 11th now. Right, let's try and get some perspective, shall we? Here we go. Danny, another 3-second time penalty. 4.4 seconds behind Hunley now. Where did Frozen go? Frozen's all over the place. He's on 15 lap wets. Dude, you're racing cars. They're on a lot fresher wets than you are. And clearly that was one of those corners I was talking about before. Good viewing now, though. Hey, it was good viewing before. Surely Frozen White will pit this lap and put on a fresh set of tyres. I think he needs it. To be fair, I would go out on a limb here and say that maybe Inters are the way to go now. Frozen continues. So the minute closest battle on track is between second and third with a gap 1.2 seconds. Between PRF1 Danny and PRF1 Demon. There's Danny. There's Demon. With Master spread in fourth. Good recovery from these guys considering they all had bad qualifyings. Just a very, very messy race. I enjoy entertainment as much as the next guy, but at the same time, you expect higher standards. You really do. Though Gazelle did say that this, I think it was Gazelle that said that this track would be like driving on ice, and we've certainly seen incidents in this race that could put that statement in the truest of lights. Hambo now quickly catching up with the Dark Lord. The Dark Lord on 11 lap old wets with Hambo just on a 1 lap old. You'd imagine he's going to absolutely scoot his way through. And to be fair, I think the Dark Lord just said, there you go, mate. You're on fresher tyres. You're quicker than me anyway. Through you go. And Hambo moves back into point scoring position. 16.5 seconds behind Ghost Rider. So now Hambo can just get his head down and go on for it. But once again, Hambo has seen a race that he started in first fall away from him. I mean, there's still 12 laps left in this race, so there could still be plenty of things that happen. Just have to wait and see. Alright, let's have a look and see where the gaps are now and where the nearest battle is, because it's sort of spaced out now, which is annoying. It's like, why? Dark Lord, you need to turn off your ERS. That's why you're skating about all over the place. We'll join back on with Demon, who's lost a bit of ground to Danny, it has to be said. Master Spread's done the same though. He's well, I say that, he's gone 3 taps further behind. Hey, bye gum. Watching to see where the battles are going to come in. 2.6 seconds is the gap. Danny will be very happy with that. I don't want to see... Guys in the chat, tell us about your thoughts of this race and what's going through your mind right now and who you think looks good on to win this race. The Dark Lord in the pits. Well, let's see, it's another set of wets going on. So it's be exciting to see who at the top changes first. Well, it's weird because these guys have been changing tyres about 11, 12 laps into the stint. So, I don't know. You'd think the wet tyres would hold on a lot more than what they have been doing. So, it's just been surprising. Really, I mean, let's have a look here. Frozen White is on the oldest tyres of the lot, okay? There he is, P7. He's about to start his 19th lap on those tyres. Let's have a look. I mean, they don't look that worn. And I will say this, guys. It is coming very close to Inter territory for me. Frozen White there, not with the grip he would have wanted coming off that corner. If anyone's driving on ice right now, it's this guy. Oh, bit shaky there. Big D gets a 3-second time penalty. Frozen White running wide again. I just don't think he's got the grip anymore. Surely he's got to pit this lap. Let's have a look at Sykes. I think Ambo's going to have a good run and do some catching up depending on who pits and when Big D's slowly catching. What a 6-second gap down. Oh, don't spin! Easy, Frozen. Big D's doing a good job in 5th. Oh, Frozen, will you pit already? Gap 1.6 to PRF1 Danny now. So either Danny's made a mistake or Demon is finding a bit more of a rhythm. Big D still staying within 3.3 seconds of Master Spread. In a very strong 5th place considering he was right at the back of the field at the end of the first lap. It's a good recovery drive this from Big D. Is that the Dark Lord getting out of the way? I think it is. Hunley picks up another penalty. That could be huge. Like I said, I don't check who's got how many penalties because it ruins it for me. I want to see what it's like when people cross the line. Did Danny have to do some fuel saving maybe? And that's why Demon's all of a sudden caught up. Let's ride on board with Demon and see how he takes this. Off the back straight. Using all of the ERS available, you'll gain it back throughout the rest of the lap. Down to 50 miles an hour through this section. Even down to 35 at the next bit. Through the mini stadium here. You can wave to the fans if you want. Demon looks potentially a lot more comfier at the minute than Danny. But I think Danny's just pacing himself. The gap 3.2 seconds to Hunley. These guys going to make a late splash and dash for tyres. Dark Lord picks up a penalty. But through that final sector, it definitely seems that Demon loses touch with Danny. He lost about half a second there. However, there is a new car to watch. Gumba has caught up with Frozen White, who is still on 21 lap old tyres. He's in the pits, but we have no more track action. Guys, come on. Don't tell me you used everything up for the first 20 laps. Hambo's coming down the straight. Where's Frozen? He's now up to full speed as well. You'll see Hambo in the background. There he is. And Frozen is now on fresh wets. Question is Hambo still going to have the speed to catch up? Stay tuned to find out. Dun dun. Hambo will see another car in front of him and want to close that gap down as quickly as possible. 6 laps to go then in this Grand Prix, guys. Hunley still leads, but by 2.6 seconds now. The gap has been steadily decreasing over the last few laps. Is the grip going? And is it affecting Hunley more than it is Danny? Will RDC and Jimmy Jabs battling, and well, Jimmy Jabs has already left the session, hasn't he? So that's just his car trundling around. Sorry guys, I saw an overtake and I thought it was something exciting. But yeah, Hunley leads for now. Danny in second. Oh, Danny getting a swap on there. Wants to reel in Hunley as much as he can. Frozen is a long way behind for these guys to just think. I mean, it's going to take. I mean, it's basically follow the leader at the minute. Danny, though, has got a spurt on. That's for sure. The gap's 1.9 seconds now, and Danny is hungry for this. Got back markers in front, though, as Danny sets the fastest lap of the race at 29.5. Ah yes, the gap has closed down by a second. You're right, Big D there, 2.3 seconds by Master Spread. We will keep an eye on that. That is Hunley lapping the Aston Martin. Oh, hello, what's going on here? Clem's pitted. For whatever reason, I'm not sure. Is it to take the fastest lap? Potentially. But Clem's pitted. He had a huge gap to the cars behind. You can see the gap between 5th and 6th is 27 seconds. So this purely is a fastest lap thing here for PRF1 Clemmers. Danny gets a 3-second time penalty. That, again, could be huge. And Hambo is indeed closing on Frozen White. 2 seconds now, the gap between Master Spread and Big D. I think Master Spread is feeling the tyre wear now. Some people will feel it more than others. And the minute it's Danny that has the fastest lap, but Clem will take that away. So will that cause a don't affect yellow flag sector 2? Please tell, is that Rapid? I think it was Rapid having a moment there. It looks like he's escaped scot-free, but certainly lost him time. 1.7 seconds to gap. Hambo once again closing in very quickly on Frozen White, despite being on 8 lap older tyres. Hunley picks up another penalty. Does that put the race back in Danny's favour? Big D's got the gap down to 1.7 seconds. Master Spread really dropping off here. Gumba picks up a penalty. Gumba looking on course for a solid 6th place finish at the minute. Which is where Hambo tends to close in on his victims. Look at that, he's already took 4 attempts out of Frozen White through that section. You wouldn't think. And Clem sets the fastest lap of the race, and Frozen White lets Hambo go. Clem's now chasing Ghost Rider, who's on 14 lap old wets. Oh, Danny's picked up another penalty. Does the pendulum swing back to Hunley? We are about to find out with 4 laps to go. So there's the McLaren of Ghost Rider in 7th. We've got PRF1 Clem, who's got the fastest lap as well at the minute. So that means he'll get the extra point for the fastest lap because he's inside the top 10. Yellow flag sector 1, that's the Mercedes. It's Frozen White, he's spun around. You'd think he would have done that a few laps ago when it was on really warm wets instead of fresh wets. Oh, interesting. Rapid put on the Inters. Oh, that's Big D! Big D's crashed in the final sector. He's got no front wing. All that hard work and pressurising Master Spread. It's Big D that cracked under the pressure. And now he's going to have to put on a fresh set of tyres and a new front wing. And now he's going to drop him down the order somewhat, because through go Ghost Rider and Clem. There they are. Thankfully, he's still quite a fair bit in front of Hambo, who's just coming round the final corner now. Ghost lets Clem through. Smart driving there. I kind of want Pagelar to get ahead of Jimmy Jab so I can see whether he's closing in on Will RDC. Oh, that's such a shame for Big D. But now Big D has a chance to see if he can get the fastest lap from PRF1 Clem. All Ghost Rider can do is hang on. Hambo at the minute is the only one without penalties as well. So Hambo could still score more points here. Clem, of course, pulling away. Rapid! Come on! Well, that's a turn up for the books. Danny is 0.8 of a second behind Hunley. I've no idea what's going on. But like I say, they're on 23 laps. Yellow flag, sector 1, sector 2. That looks like Rapid. Rapid is indeed round. Danny picked up another penalty. That surely settled the race. And the Dark Lord has passed. Rapid tried something, it hasn't worked. The track is just not drying enough for the Inters to work. Oh, is that frozen round again? It is, in the same place. Will's gone! He's retired in the pits. Yeah, I still don't agree with rage quitting. Even if you've got nothing to play for, you still push until the very end. Big D, 3-second time penalty. Is he anywhere near going to be able to set the fastest lap of the race? Not quite sure. That Ferrari is slowly... Get out of the way! Exactly. You can say you survived a full wet race in Mexico. You didn't get anything from it, but you survived. But here's Hunley coming through the stadium section. The fireworks are going off. He's drove an immaculate race. He comes around the final corner. Is the win his? It is! Danny's got a lot of penalties. Demon takes second. What about Master Spread? Is he able to take anything off Danny? Does he get the podium? Yes, indeed he does. So Hunley first, Demon second, Master Spread third, Danny in fourth. Gumbo will come home in a very strong fifth place with PRF1 Clem right behind. Oh, Hunty, surviving by 0.4 of a second. You are right. That was close. Gordon Bennett. But it's Clem that takes fifth. Gumbo drops down to sixth. Ghost takes seventh. Hambo takes eighth. Big D down to ninth. Well, it's a messy race, that's for sure. But Demon, definitely driver of the day in my eyes. That's for sure. But a big congratulations to Hunty. Now let's get these guys in and let's hear their thoughts and opinions on how this race went. It's over. So there we go, Hunley wins. Invite to party! Demon second. Invite to party! Master Spread third. Invite to party! Then we got Danny in fourth, Clem fifth, Gumba sixth, Ghost Rider seventh, Hambo eighth. Look at the penalties, guys. They were flying in, and somehow Hambo doesn't get a penalty at all, yet only eighth. Big D in ninth, Frozen White in 10th, Jimmy Jabs, even though he wasn't there, 11th, The Dark Lord, 12th, Rapid Pajalar, 13th, Will RDC, 14th, and retired in the pits, but still classified. Out of the race went Mark V, who retired in the pits due to rage quitting. Gazelle Roadkill binned it at the safety car restart. Art Ghost, another rage quit. ESGR Wraith, an unfortunate casualty of the line start, basically. So, wow, a long race purely because of the wet conditions and the safety cars and the lobby restart. But let's hear the opinions of the guys that actually drove this race, starting with third place man, Master Spread. Have you all included your audio?
Yep.
Alright, starting with Master Spread. Master Spread, you finished third. It's a long old slog. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, it was, well, the first lap was just avoiding carnage for all of us really at the back. I mean, we sort of got our way through it. I mean, Demon picked his way through better than me, and when I seen that, I just snuck in behind him and followed him through. Yeah, we got boxed into a second safety car as well, got the fresh tyres on everyone in front and managed to carry on through to the end. Tyre were good, and it was just all about keeping concentration that race and trying not to make the little mistakes, keep on the line and just manage everything, which we did very well.
Well done, mate. It's big points for yourself and big points for Alpine. Just an exhausting race for everyone, really. Just so much happening, especially during the first 3 quarters of that race. Right, I'm also going to ask this. What the hell happened in qualifying? Because about 6 of you died in the same place.
I had a qualifying ban. So,
were you one of the ones with the qualifying ban? Okay,
I was the only one,
in that case... Okay, well in that case we're done with you. You can start off. Thank you very much. Let's move on to second place. Demon, you was only 4 tenths behind the race winner in the end. Now,
yeah,
you was one of the casualties of qualifying. What the hell was going on?
So that curb, yeah, that curb has the power to have its own gravitational pull towards the wall. And it was quite funny, Danny lost it 2 seconds before I did, and I just parked the car right next to me. So...
images of Brazil 2003 are coming into mind there.
Yeah, pretty much. So, obviously qualifying, as per usual, always is a disaster with me. And that race start was something else.
What just went on? I think it was all caused by Will trying to... I think it was Will AI very slow off the start as well.
I think
it just caused higgledy-piggledy.
I think the other issue is people didn't realise how little traction you had getting off of the line.
You do not have any traction whatsoever. You've literally...
If you put your foot down...
you're spinning around like a cork top. Like for me personally, because I'm on pad and I have medium traction, you're basically in the wet. You're constantly like trying to feather it and just wrestling the car to stop it from spinning. It's so difficult to get it off the line.
Yeah, it was so difficult, and then it through the start, it's just out of the mist. You just see cars going backwards, sideways, not moving at all. It's honestly the scene of fucking Cars 2. Trying to get through carnage.
Like I say, man, and somehow you stormed your way through to an absolute sublime second place.
Absolutely, and Huntley, fair play to you, mate. That's fucking close.
So congratulations, Demon. That is 18 points for yourself, 18 points for McLaren. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week. Now go on, get the hell out of here. Moving on. Moving on to the race winner, Huntley. Dude, what a race. You managed to stay in front of Danny even though he was chasing you down like anything. And penalties was switching between you like anything. Now, of course, I don't check the penalties, so I have no idea what's going on. So from my point of view, it looked like at one point the pendulum was swinging to Danny, to you, to Danny, to you. And yeah, Danny had a lot more penalties than you apparently. And basically, you just had to stay in front of him, which you did. But I'm guessing you were struggling with tyre wear in the end as well.
No. So you've got that wrong. It was me who had a ton of penalties, and I had to stay 6 seconds ahead of him.
Oh.
Going on to the last lap, so I stretched it to 6.5. Then on the second last lap, my force feedback died on my wheel. So I had to unplug and replug it, and then I lost a 1.5 seconds, and then I had to gain it on the last lap. It wasn't ideal.
Oh God, no, that's not an ideal situation at all whatsoever. But tell us about your journey to the front of the grid, because it did look like at one point that it was a slam dunk. Because obviously during the first safety car, you pitted for fresh wets, and the others didn't. Yeah, it seemed like pitting for fresh wets wasn't necessarily the ideal thing to do, because Hambo was still sort of level playing you. The gap was 3.3 seconds for ages, and then it went down to like 2.9. So explain what was going on there.
So starting off in qualifying, I dominated the first 2 sessions, then messed up my lap on the last one. It was very frustrating. But it was
you ran out of fuel.
It was sort of a blessing in disguise. Because starting 5th, the 2 Jim Jabs? No, I don't know.
Jimmy Jabs and Will RDC
both parted like the Red Sea in front of me and put me into second straight away. So that was a massive help. And then the reason I pitted was because you do have to pit once in the race. It doesn't matter when, as in the tyres will not last the full race distance, but they will last 26 laps.
Not around Mexico.
They won't, but they'll still last 26 in wets. So I thought I'll get my pit stop done now. I'll keep 4th, and I'll just sit behind him until he has to pit, which eventually happened, and I inherited the lead. But the last lap was way too. I'd gaff him by a second on the last lap, which was way too nerve-wracking for my want.
Well, congratulations to yourself, mate. Brilliant win. And hopefully we'll have more of the same next week.
Thanks very much.
Congratulations.
I'd speak to you again soon.
Alright, guys. Yeah, definitely. I hope so. Alright, guys. This is Raratron89, an absolute thrilling race here from PRF1 with their Friday night live bonanza. We will obviously be in Brazil, I believe, next week. So do tune in for that. Of course, Brazil, yet again, another short circuit. Plenty of places to overtake. Usually fun, thrilling races. Weather depending as well. So we'll see what happens in that one. 2 different winners in 2 weeks. So do tune... Gumba last week. Hunley this week. God knows who it's going to be next week. We'll be back at 8:30. Next Saturday for the Brazilian Grand Prix. So do tune in. If you liked what you see, guys, hit that follow button. And I'll be back on Tuesday at about, I think, again, it's about 8:30, isn't it? With some FGE POV. With my 3rd race in their Division 3. So do tune in for that. It's usually entertaining, that's for sure. So, guys, until then, take care. All the best. Peace!